morning, everybody. My name is Lkhamtseren. I'm from Mongolia. I'm work as a researcher at the Mongolian National Institute for Educational Research. I'm very happy to personally participate in this workshop. I will present some experience of pilot and study and vocational high school programs. Let me explain the main reasons for conducting this pilot and study. First of all, in the framework of law and policy, Mongolia adopted a revised set of educational laws in July 2023. The law on preschool and general education has specific provision on specialized high school. Next, the important policy documents are Vision 2050, Mongolia's long-term development policy, and the medium-term plan for the development of the education sector 2021-2030. The following agendas are included in those documents: to develop a level of education, flexible system of lifelong education, covering citizens of all ages and every sector of society. To formulate labor resources necessary for the labor market, elimination of skill gaps. And it includes goals such as establishing high school at the state-owned university. In relation to the demand and supply of the labor market, the professional orientation and the professional choice of 12th grade graduates in Mongolia is not optimal. For this reason, it's important to provide education that meets the needs, interest, and the skill development of high school students. In particular, it's very important to implement schools and programs with multiple options, ensure continuity between educational levels, and support students in determining their further career direction and choosing their profession. It is also the result of PISA 2022 study. According to the PISA 2022, the average score of 15 years old Mongolian students in the science test is 412. Which is lower than the average of OECD and Asian countries. This shows the need to develop the ability of students to absorb and interpret the scientific phenomena, use their knowledge to analyze data and make conclusions and prove whether it is true or not. Also, the Minister of Education Science approved the order in 2023 on organizing pilot and study in high school and the Polytechnic College. According to the order, Mongolian National Institute for Educational Research was assigned the task of testing the pilot program of specialized high school in mathematics and science in 2 schools in capital and 2 schools in local schools. According to the new government action plan 2024-2028, firstly, employees and specialists with professional skills will be trained starting from high school. Secondly, it's reflected that specialized high school will be established in each province and district, where students can be given career guidance. Professional working rights can be granted and chosen. The purpose of study, pilot study, is to test curriculum in study planning of mathematics and science and vocational specialized high school, and based on the result of the piloting to develop policy directions and proposals for further implementation. For this purpose, the following objectives are included: to operate a piloting study methodology and operate the piloting curriculum study plan to be followed in the piloting school, to organize the training to improve the research and the methodological team during the piloting study, to collect and process initial and outcome assessment data data during the piloting study. As for the management and the organization of the piloting study, by the order of director in our institute, the professional and the methodological team for the implementation of vocational high school piloting was formed with the representatives of the our institute and the General Authority for Education, Education Evaluation Center of Mongolia, and Polytechnic College. The professional and methodological teams' basic function are develop research methodology and other tools, and collect and process research data, additional enrichment and development of currently implemented program, organizing assessments of students' performance in science and mathematics, providing information on developing and implementing test programs for team members, and organizing capacity building training. Work during 19 weeks when the activity of summarizing test result was implemented. The college that implemented the piloting is the Polytechnic College in Central Province. The college was established 1980 and trains specialists in total of 11 professions, including construction plumbers, welders, construction electricians, cooks, construction decorators, and hairdressers. Total 89 students of the first year of the profession, such as cooks, welders, construction electricians, electrical equipment service workers, and hairdressers, and including school administrators, teachers are participating in piloting study of vocational high school. In accordance with the order of Minister of Education and Science, in 72-hour application of science, mathematics, and technology curriculum has been developed and tested. When comparing the curriculum, 70% of content of current high school curriculum was reflected in the curriculum of the Central Province Polytechnic College. Therefore, when developing the program, it was developed according to the model of IBE, professional program, based on the content of mathematics, physics, and chemistry curriculum of secondary education. The content of curriculum of the 5 professional areas of Polytechnic College and the learning objectives that are aligned with the learning outcomes of the program. It's believed that such an integration is important for achieving the learning outcomes of professional programs, eliminating the skill gaps in the labor market and improving the quality of education. Consider the positive results of the piloting program in the following context. First of all, let's take a look at test performance. It was seen from the result of the initial assessment that the basic knowledge and understanding of mathematics, physics, and chemistry of the most evaluated students is insufficient, and the implementation of basic education standard is low. According to the initial assessment, 60.3% of all students had a score below 60 or lower, and average performance of tasks at the knowledge and understanding level of mathematics, physics, and chemistry tests was below 50 or insufficient. According to the result assessment, chemistry and mathematics, physics is effective. The performance of mathematics, physics, and chemistry tasks differs depending on the professional fields chosen by the students. For teachers and administrators, some positive changes include Regular trainings and discussions for the test organizing teams had a significant impact on the implementation of the program. For example, Cambridge consultant team training for the 10 days, presentation of initial assessment result for teams of pilot study, training for specialized high school program assessment and methodology for the project team and pilot and school teachers and staff. Mentor teachers were employed to support science teachers for 63 hours. It's not that testing the joint integration course has become a great driving achievements and motivation for teachers to improve their professional development and to feel the benefits and importance of the interdisciplinary training. The scientific status of teachers and students, opportunities for learning from each other, teamwork and ability have increased. Teachers were given the opportunity to wake up and review the content of methodology of our own lessons, and that had become stereotyped. Learning environment in the materials, integration of generally the academic course content with professional course content, collaboration between 3 or 4 professional teachers, use of active learning methodology, teamwork, and the learning environment needs were provided. In other words, the readiness of educational institution to implement the pilot program was checked. In the successful development and implementation of the program, the parties implementing the program highlighted the importance of working closely with parents and higher education institutions. Moreover, we need to consider labor market demands and representatives of employers, not only educational institutions. During the pilot program study, we introduced to parents and guardians about the features of significance of this program. We faced some deficiency with the science subjects laboratory equipment. However, we organized chemistry lessons in the professional inspection laboratory of the central province, and the physics lessons in the physics classroom of the other complex school. It was seen that teachers need the professional and the methodological support for the implementation of vocational high school programs. This is particular the integration of in general academic and professional course content. A lot of support is needed to provide the teacher materials, learning environment, and more time needed to organize the laboratory lessons and to improve the teacher's professional development. Knowledge and understanding of the program features among parents, students, and employers is weak. The educational institution realized that the content of methodology of the program itself determines its teaching, financial, and time resources, not implementation of the program in accordance with the educational environment and materials. Cooperation between policy-making organizations, research institutes, and the vocational and higher education institution is very important in the development and implementation of the program. Firstly, to define the social order and purpose of the vocational high school. First of all, it's necessary to determine the direction of the development of the vocational high school. Based on the needs of the country's workforce, what fields of science can be diversified and developed? Or what's the role of vocational high school in reducing the disparity in education access for urban and rural students? It is also said that the student will be offered many options, such as further study and specialization in the field of interest. In this way, the purpose of needs of vocational high school should be open and clear at all levels for all public. Development of the national qualification framework. Government resolution in 2024 approved the general descriptors for each level of the national qualification framework. By this resolution, Minister of Education and the Minister of Labor and Social Protection are tasked to continue activities related to the creation and the regulation of the national qualification framework, assessment, academic recognition, and the certification of qualification levels. Now the next thing to be done is the urgent need to develop the qualification framework separated by all fields of professions. The next step is to develop and implement curriculum in division of vocational high school. There are alignments between national development policy objectives and graduate competency framework of the educational institution, national qualification framework, and to improve professional program learning outcomes. To establish the flexible system at all levels of education for assessment of learning outcomes, academic recognition, and employment opportunities. Clarification of the system to support teacher development of vocational high school and policy support, especially teachers and administrators should skill it with the curriculum development and implementation methodology and technology. Schools implementing the new curriculum should consider to the readiness of teachers, starting with the learning environment, the resources and materials. Using the resource of cooperative training in business and industrial organizations implement management. Collaboration between stakeholders at all levels is critical to the implementation to these proposed core activities. By those stakeholders, we can understand the representatives of teachers, school management, parents, students, employers, post-secondary and higher education institutions, and other cooperating organizations of the implementing school. Teachers, administrators, students, and parents, they should have common understanding about the program and improve their own understanding of the labor market, professional orientation, and compulsory and elective courses of program. Thank you very much. Thank you for attention.